Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 185, and please subscribe. Welcome to my favorite lesson. In the entire workbook, this lesson and the review of this lesson, which we will have in about 20 or so days, this is my favorite. This lesson, it speaks to me. It is everything I want. I want the peace of God. And if I have the peace of God, or when I have the peace of God, then there is nothing else that I need or desire or request in any way, shape, or form. I know that all has been given me. The peace of God is one of God's gifts, and He gives it to us lovingly and forever. The lesson begins to say these words as nothing, but to mean these words as everything. If you could but mean them for just an instant, there would be no further sorrow possible for you in any form, in any place or time. Heaven would be completely given back to full awareness, memory of God entirely restored, the resurrection of all creation fully recognized. The rebirth of all creation will be recognized in the peace of God. Now, this idea of the peace of God has been, and peace in general, the peace of God has been given to us way back in lesson 20. You know, there's several of the first 50 lessons actually that we can blend into today's lesson. But in lesson 20, it says, you want to be happy. You want salvation, you want to be happy, you want peace, you do not have them now because your mind is totally undisciplined. Well, that was lesson 20, and we are now on lesson 185, and our minds are not totally undisciplined. And are we now ready to actually claim and have the peace of God? I think we are, and if not, we're much, much closer than we were back on January 20th. It says, no one can mean these words and not be healed. He cannot play with dreams, nor think he himself a dream. He cannot make a hell and think it real. He wants the peace of God, and it is given him. We have the willingness, and with that willingness, we will receive exactly what we want. Many have said these words, but few indeed have meant them. You have but to look upon the world you see around you to be sure how very few they are, how very few people truly have the peace of God. And if we don't have the peace of God within us, we cannot share it either. The world would be completely changed should any two, when two or more are joined together, when any two agree, these words express the only thing they want. Two minds with one intent become so strong that their will becomes the will of God, because minds can only join in truth. And wanting the peace of God is truth. We cannot join in dreams. We cannot join our minds in illusions. The reason we can't is because in an illusion, we all want different things. Coming to join our minds together for the peace of God, we have that one intent, and we are all united in that intent, with that goal, our purpose. That's what we want and nothing else. But in an illusion, we all have different goals and different things that we want to occur, and different goals that we have within that dream. And I want my goals to be fulfilled, but I don't care so much about yours. But with the goal of the peace of God, uniting our minds, we all join in that one function, that one place that we need to be, we want to be, above all else. And above all else is a phrase that also has been given us in several lessons. Above all else, I want to see. So above all else, I want the peace of God here, now. The mind, which means that all it wants is peace, must join with other minds, for that is how peace is obtained. Okay, and it says that, we will be given a lesson, for peace is genuine, but the means for finding it is given in a form each mind that seeks for it in honesty can understand. Remember, this is an individualized curriculum. So how I will learn the lesson is very likely going to be different from how you learn the lesson, because it's an individualized curriculum. But the goal of the curriculum is success. The goal of the curriculum is the peace of God. So however my lesson comes to me and your lesson comes to you, we both will join and unite with the same goal. So today it says, let us today devote our practicing to recognizing that we really mean these words we say. We want the peace of God. And then it goes on to say, this is no idle wish. And to mean these words acknowledges illusions are in vain, requesting the eternal in place of shifting dreams, which seem to change in what they offer, but are one in nothingness. No illusion has any substance to it, which we've said many, many times. Every illusion is built on smoke and mirrors. Every illusion will come and go and maybe come and go again. It will not stay. It is not sturdy. It is not steadfast. Today, devote your practice periods to carefully searching your mind to find the dreams you cherish still. What is it that is hard for me to release? What is it that I still want to hold on to? I want the peace of God, but I want this illusion as well. That isn't going to work. It never will. What do you ask for in your heart, the lesson says. Forget the words you use in making your requests. Consider but what you believe will comfort you and bring you happiness. But be you not dismayed by lingering illusions, for their form is not what matters now. Let not some dreams be more acceptable, reserving shame and secrecy for others. They are one. Every dream, every illusion, every wisp of thought from the ego mind must be released. We cannot keep them and truly have the peace of God. And they're all one. And being one question should be asked of all of them. And this is brilliant. Is this what I would have in place of heaven and the peace of God? So whatever that is that comes up to you, just simply use one way to determine it, okay? Is this what I want in place of heaven? Is this what I want in place of the peace of God? And I'm sure the real answer will come to you, and probably very swiftly. This is no choice to make. Be not deceived that it is otherwise. No compromise is possible in this. And dreams will come as you requested them, yet will God's peace come just as certainly. When we really ask for it, God's peace is guaranteed. You want the peace of God, and so do all who seem to seek for dreams. Those of us who still seem to be asleep, those of us who are still lost in illusions, in truth, we all want the peace of God. For them as well as yourself, you ask but this when you make this request with deep sincerity, because we cannot have the peace of God, one of God's gifts, without sharing it, because all of God's gifts are meant to be shared. For thus you reach to what you really want and join your own intent with what you seek. Above all things, above all else, I want the peace of God. It says you have been weak at times, uncertain in your purpose and unsure of what you wanted, where to look for it, and where to turn for help in an attempt. Help has been given you. We have mighty helpers. We have mighty companions, and they are all around us. And would you not avail yourself of the help that is given us? And how do we do that? By sharing it. And then again, we have that guarantee as we had the other day. No one who truly seeks the peace of God can fail to find it. As I've said before, there are very few guarantees that we can ever find in this world. Perhaps the guarantee of misery and pain and fear as offered by the ego, but the guarantee of the peace of God will only be found when we turn towards the Holy Spirit and we say, I am willing, I am ready, and take our brother's hand that he or she may come with us truly, that we may all find the peace of God. And for he merely asks that he deceive himself no longer by denying himself what is God's will. Who can remain unsatisfied? Who asks for what he has already? And that's the brilliance here. We already have all of this. Remember, we're not really needing to learn this. We're needing to remember this. This is a course to remember. Remember all that we truly are, what we always have been. And who could be unanswered? Who requests an answer which is his to give? The peace of God is yours. And then I'm just going to skip to the final paragraph of this lesson. number 14. It is this one intent we seek today, uniting our desires with the need of every heart, the call of every mind, the hope that lies beyond despair, the love attack would hide, the brotherhood that hate has sought to sever, but which still remains as God created it. With help like this beside us, can we fail today as we request the peace of God be given us? No, we cannot fail. And again, that's our wonderful guarantee. We cannot fail. We ask for the peace of God, and it is given us. And in fact, we already have it. So that's it for today. I hope you like this. I hope it was helpful. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Please pray that at least for one moment of today, every mind, which is one mind, finds a moment to experience the depth of the peace of God, and that we all unite in one intent to be and have all of God's gifts given to us, recognized, and shared. So that's it for today. Namaste.